So this next section, I think you'll like. And what do you think? Do you think that every for loop can be written as a while loop? No? So there are some for loops out there that can't be written as while loops? What about the other way around? Can every while loop be written as a for loop? Vote for yes. You can? Okay, cool. So maybe yeah, okay, great. That's the exact right answer. Yeah, actually these three loops that we've learned, while, do while, and for, they can all be rewritten in terms of each other. So if you have one, you can always rewrite as the other two. Might not be pretty. Some situations might lend themselves better to one loop. And so that's what we'll take a look at here. The first kind of thing I want to show you is a while loop being rewritten as a for loop. And so we could see it's kind of weird, but the first and third left not in there. And you could just only use the second argument for the condition. And then, of course, in the loop body, you'd need a way of changing changing something so that the loop continuation condition becomes false at some point, or else you'd have an infinite loop. But I didn't put in the other examples. I just thought it might get too confusing with you know, this to that and that to the other and the other to this. But suffice it to say, you can convert from all three, but certain situations lend themselves to one over the other. So what if we needed to display a message 100 times, or in other words, we knew the number of repetitions in advance? Is there a certain loop that anyone thinks maybe we should use this instead of the others? For? Okay, cool, awesome, yeah. And what about the for loop would kind of lead us to use that? Cool, yeah. So like back in those examples with 1 to 100 and 100 to 1, we kind of knew where we were going up to or down to each time. And that was really easy to do with the for loop. Awesome, because that middle condition where we could try to say, here, stop here, start here. Oh, I'm not start here, stop here. You know. Cool, yeah, awesome, nice, yeah. So the update condition is maybe a little, it's easy to forget it with a while loop, and that's a common mistake. And then you have an infinite loop. Not so easy with the for loop. What if the number of repetitions is not fixed? For example, we want to read, like we did a little bit ago, numbers up until the input is 0. Probably a while loop, yeah, yeah. How come? What makes you say that? Yeah, cool, awesome, cool. So it's kind of like what makes the for loop conducive to stopping at a certain point makes the while loop conducive to just you know, not stopping at some predetermined point. And then I guess the process of elimination just leaves one for this. You want the loop to iterate at least once. So for example, there's maybe a menu-driven program. We want to pop up a menu, and they may or may not like go back to the menu. So yeah, why would that be a good use of the last loop? And what would it be? Yeah, do while. Yeah, cool. And what about that? The do while loop is good for this menu-driven program. Awesome. It's post-test. Nice. So it'll run at least one time. Cool. So we'll always see the menu. We don't have to worry about it like not popping up because the condition wasn't true.